Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, my new Sennheiser set came in today at Long & McQuaid. Yes! Anyway, so if you've been watching the channel, I tried out this Samson complete pure wireless. So no body pack, no wires anymore. Unfortunately, not at all good for anybody who's a singer or in a band situation. Great for those who are into speech only, but not for singing. Anyway, so then I rented a G3 Evolution series by Sennheiser, and oh, did I like it. I kind of really wished I could have afforded $780, but So, this one was $439, and still Sennheiser, still pro-level stuff. A little bit different than the G3 Evolution, of course. There are feature differences, but that's fine. I don't need too many bells and whistles, and I'm only using this set at home in my studio, at the church, and of course whenever our church group does outdoor gigs, like we play at the Powassan Parade of Lights or Maple Syrup Fest or other things like that where we want to have wireless headset involved. You kind of need something that's decent, you know, not anything that's going to be a battery hog either. And the nice thing about this is I'm going to save a boatload on batteries because I only have to feed this thing 2 AA batteries because the receiver, of course, plugs into hydro. So that's kind of a bonus. But anyways, so let's see what actually comes in the box on this one. Our drummer has one of these things, actually the same set. And he's used it many times in church and it works really well. So I'm hoping that I have the same experience for my own usage because, you know, I haven't used his set myself. But anyway, so we've got a book here with, this is the XS Wireless 1. Now, on the side of the box, they have this thing here, XS Wireless 1. They have the vocal set, instrument set, head mic set, lavalier mic set, or brass set. And if it was the wireless 2, then you would have vocal, instrument, headset, and lavalier. So there's some differences there between the two different model versions. This one here has wireless 1 has up to 10 different channels, and they've got in 8 different banks. So I guess 10 channels per bank. So you've got a lot of options here, from the looks of the chart anyways. We'll delve deeper into it after. But anyways, so what have we got here? We've got some Sennheiser branded batteries. Wonder how long these will last. That should be interesting. And we have the power supply. That's for our receiver. And of course, different plugs depending what country you're in. Of course, I'm in Canada, so Canada and the US will be using this other plug here. These are really well sealed bags. Okay, and yet another adapter. So they've covered all their countries. So Sennheiser is a German make product, and from what I've been hearing, they're considered to be top of the line, which I would pretty much, very much start to agree with, considering I've had some experience with Sennheiser. As far as the G3 Evolution series goes, we've rented the G3 Evolutions a couple of times at the church. We've rented them for plays and whatnot. They did really well. Even though this is a little bit less expensive than the G3 Evolution, it is certainly by no means inferior. You know, I mean, the more money you pay, you do get some options, like you get a metal transmitter for the more money. This is plastic, but you know, as long as you treat your stuff with respect, you'd be fine. And even, I think, I don't know, we'll find out as far as what I think about it as far as professional use goes for touring musicians. We'll cover that on the review video at a later date. I want to get some time in with this little puppy first. But it does have a soft touch pad here, which is very simple. You know, you got your sync button, your power button. You've got a display here, which you can't really see. It's blacked out until it's lit up. Volume for your gain control and channel rotations. So you got some stuff there that's pretty cool. And we can just take this and pull this beautiful little thing off And we go, ooh, brand new. I love it. I think our drummer actually left his on.
Yeah,
remember?
it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's still on there.
Yeah, my wife said it's still on his.
I'm the sound tech. I do.
Yeah, so not on this one. It's off now. Guess that means I own it.
Yeah.
I own it anyway. So there you go. So we've also got our headset. We'll take that out. Did they give us anything extra? Nope, that's all we get. Okay, so let's put that aside. Now, this is the exact same headset as the one they supplied me with the G3 Evolution rental. The G3 Evolution actually has a little bit different headset to this. I don't know what the big difference is in the mics, but we're definitely going to, well, it doesn't matter. I've already tried recording with that one anyway, so it was fine. But if you want a little bit of a peeky-boo at the mic, is this going to come off? Not too easily. So there's the mic element there. And this thing is neat too, because you can rotate it and it knocks out a lot of background noise. One of the things I found with the Evolution, with this exact headset, and it won't make a difference if it's the Evolution or this, is when you rotate the mic, it can drop the dB levels drastically for background noise and make it like non-existent, literally. I actually picked up nothing for background noise when I did the recording, so when I just sat there and played the guitar, I could see the meter moving on the Sennheiser unit on the receiver, but then as soon as you start singing, whatever it does electronically, it cancels out and kills that background noise. So if you're looking at studio recording purpose quality, just even this headset alone, just this part, definitely great. Live performances are going to be great with it too. So this has a headband piece too on it that's adjustable, and but just popping this on the old noggin here, it sets up really nice and easy. You know, you can bend and flex this to where you need it. You don't want it too close to your mouth either. This is going to go in the same way. It's got an 1/8 inch like a stereo plug, and it just plugs right into the unit just like that, and then you just tighten this down slowly. Let's make sure that's plugged in all the way. And all this does is to stop it from coming out. Okay, so you can reef the heck out of this all you want. You're not accomplishing anything. So don't reef on it, because you don't need to. Even in the G3 Evolution series with the metal transmitter, you only need to tighten this finger tight, and that's it. So it does have a pretty stiff belt clip on it by the looks of things. So let's see how it works on the old belt here. Well, it looks like it's going to be pretty stable. A lot more stable than my Fifine. That looks pretty good so far. So under the door here, of course, we have, we can do dB cutting. 0, -10, -20, -30 dB. Right now it's set at -20, so we can change the dB cuts, which is nice. Power switch, sync switch, of course. Oh, another piece of nice brand new stuff to pull. Yes. Alright. I do it on guitars too, guys. I get a brand new guitar, that stuff's really got to come off the pick guard, you know what I mean? Alright, let's see what the display looks like on this thing. So that's one thing I never did look at on our drummers, is what the display looked like. Pretty simple to put the batteries in. Negative always goes on the spring. Good stiff springs too. Okay, so tells us what megahertz we're on, what bank we're on, and so we're on bank 1, channel 1. And we got several different banks to go through. We've got 8 banks. So we've got a boat and 10 channels per bank. So that's a lot of channel access. Oh, my wife's digging out a power cord here. She's trying to get me wired. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's hook this up. I want to see what the display looks like anyways. See, she's a sound tech. I play guitar on stage, so I don't get to see all the pretty lights on all the stuff lit up too often. So, you know, not that I pay attention, but, you know. Alright, so, oh, we need our plug. And this is going to go in just like that. Push until click. Put that in. So on the back we have XLR, and we have an unbalanced, so that would just use like a guitar cable, tip sleeve. You do have a squelch control, which I'm going to play with because I have no idea what that's for yet. I've got to read the book. Line or mic. So I'm going to have to find out which one's going to be which for balanced and unbalanced on that side. But we'll get it all figured out, I'm sure. Okay, so this looks like it's already set on bank 1, channel 1. So, I am going to go with, let's try, this is the fun part, is syncing this thing up the first time. So I guess we got to press sync and sync, and I want channel. Oh, how about set scan? There we go.
The IRs have to face each other, huh?
I'm working on that. So that's 2. Okay, so that looks relatively easy. So press set scan. So this is bank 2. I'm on channels 2. Oh, this is actually bank 3 now. So let's go to bank 1 and just go channel 2. Okay, but I can change the channels by going this way. 0 is actually channel 10. So we're going to go bank 1 channel 2. So that goes there. And how does this end work? This is going to be fun. Sync maybe? I think we need to read the book. Alright. I thought I'd try, okay? Like, seriously. I mean, how hard could it be? Apparently a little difficult. You're gonna have to read the book, guys. Like, seriously. I mean, this is like having a little blooper built in, but it's fun. Anyways, I will definitely... Okay. Alright, let's cover it on this. I mean, let's find out how you do this. I will definitely have the demo and review video separate, of course. Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritties here. What do we got? Alright, this looks like English. Or was I wrong? Threw the wrong book aside. Okay, no, had the right book. Quick guide. Well, that's always helpful. We know what all the parts in the box are. See, this is the problem with new technology that Kevy has to learn.
Is
I just need to know how to
EN
set
is
up.
English.
Okay, I just need to know how to set up the scan system here to show these guys. Well, we're on English to start with, I guess. Wideband.
No.
So sync. You would think that it would just change it, right? So if you press sync, press and hold sync, press and hold sync, it does flash red and green. As soon as you let go though, it stops.
Okay.
That's kind of dumb. Okay, so let's try turning this off. Turn this off.
Okay, so
Turn this on. Hold down sync. Turn on power. Turn on sync. Should be. This is interesting, guys. We're learning something. Not much, really, to be honest.
English.
So I press and hold the sync button here. Sync. Oh, that did something. Aha! Got it! So press and hold sync on the transmitter, and then hold the sync button there, but you got to point this towards the unit. So let's try, just for giggles, do this again to make sure I was right. Okay, so I'm on bank 2, channel 2. So I'm going to press sync on the transmitter, then I'm going to press sync on the receiver, and that's how it changes. Okay, we got this licked. Didn't even have to read about it, just had to figure it out. Alright, so I'm going to go back to where I was, because that's where I want to be. Channel 1, bank 1, channel 2, set, sync, that quick. Boom, done. Okay. So, pretty simple. Wow, once you figure it out. Once you figure it out, yes. Once you figure it out, it's pretty
once
simple.
you know it's simple.
But it's a nice unit. Your mute control is actually here. And which is nice. It's a slide switch. Feels heavy duty enough. So, if we hit mute here, it doesn't tell us on the screen that we're muted. I wonder. Hello, 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 hello.
Not gonna hear it.
Hello, 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 hello. No, you see it lit up on the display though.
Yep.
Bop, 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 bop. So, if you shift it that away, it actually mutes it. And it has a red microphone all crossed out, so that is obviously graphical to tell you as well. Green is hello, 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 hello. That's actually good. Okay, so red, muted. Green, not muted. That can be opposite, by the way. Just so you're aware, that can happen opposite, that it actually would show that as mute and it's not muted. That can actually happen that way. So that's unmuted right now. Da-da-da! Yep, okay, so it's unmuted. I'm going to play with that dB cut thing too, because I kind of like that. That should come in actually pretty handy, because you can get dB cuts going on at your board. But if your board doesn't have a dB cut, this will actually take over that feature for you, which is actually really good. But there's the display lit too, so it's kind of nice blue. I like that. Looks pretty cool. And when you have the transmitter on, It shows you that you're connected here with a little green light for the antenna. Looks like it. Oh, that gives you battery warning. You can track my battery on this,
Yes.
Sue.
Yes.
That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah, so now she'll know if my batteries are getting too low. So this way I don't have to look. So that's kind of neat. So it does have a lot of the same type of features as the G3 Evolution, because it had the same sort of thing. It could track your battery, could track your muting, track your transmission, all that stuff. This does all the same stuff, just a little bit more basic setup, okay? Which is fine by me. I'm okay with a little bit more basic setup, and I don't mind the fact, like I said, that this is a plastic pack and not a, metal pack. It doesn't bother me any, and it's still, it feels good, It does have a nice flexi antenna, which is nice, and you do have quite a long cable. Like, that's well over 6 feet. Okay, and I'm about 5'9", so that's over 6 feet of cable, which is really good. Mic is only on the right side. That takes a little bit getting used to, but I got used to the set that I was renting pretty quickly of having the mic on the side. I like how this is nice and rigid though too, like wherever you put it, it's nice there. So that's comfy. So you gotta kind of find the best place, because you don't want the mic too close to your mouth either, otherwise you can actually cause feedback. So we shall play with that. And I want to play with this little hooky part too a little bit. I want to give that cable a little bit of flex, if I can give it just a little bit of extra. So that would be kind of handy if I could move that back a little bit, because that actually pinches my ear just a bit right with this thing right here, but we can fix that. So that is the unboxing. A little bit of funny stuff for you guys too. It is a new piece of gear for me. I'm not used to personally playing with this stuff, even the G3 Evolution. I didn't get into details with you guys on it because I really didn't have the time and didn't really worry about too much about getting into the nitty-gritties of it. You can easily download the manuals for these things if you want to really get into it. But I am going to give you a really in-depth review though, and talk about this whole thing, because I want to talk about the squelch. I want to find out about the squelch control too, what actually that does on this. But you do have books either way. I'm not going to be able to cover every single possible thing, so if you have questions you'll have to ask, and I'll do what I can to answer. Otherwise, you can download manuals for free for this stuff, so it's not a big deal. But so far, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing. I never got a chance to use our drummer's kit, but I have had a chance to use this exact mic headset that was with that rental G3 Evolution set, so that was cool. I don't think I'm going to need this headband thing myself, but I might just, leave it there for now, and we'll play with it either way. And so I'm going to go hook this up and mess around with it a little bit tonight on my own. And I would probably say, within the next 2 weeks, you're going to get a review, because I want to have some time with it at home in the studio, do some recording and stuff. And I want to try it out at church too. Make sure that we don't have to start messing with channels, which we probably will, because we do have a lot of wireless gear in our church, and we're gonna have to make sure everybody's on the same page as far as we all need to be separate but having no crosstalk or conflict. So however I set it up at the church is going to be the way it works at home, and I don't have to mess with it at home anyway. Yeah, I'm thinking so far it looks pretty good for $439. And it is Sennheiser stuff. It is really high-end quality stuff. Even for $439, that's still good quality stuff. It's not cheap stuff by any means. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Thanks for having a little bit of a laugh with what I did. And I'm sure some people got a good hilarious laugh out of that one, because it was just funny. But
We're all human.
we're all human beings here, and we all learn new tech as we go, and this is definitely something new. They got a lot of cool wireless stuff though, and I can tell you right now that to replace just this part of the unit is almost $200, but to me that's actually quite worth it, because that's really good headset. So anyway, see ya.